Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a love or loss spread for all of my cancers out there. So let's get after it. Here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. 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 Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards that I need to see. What kind of energies are my cancers currently dealing with? What kind of energies are my cancers currently dealing with? There you go. Show me the cards that I need to see. Okay, there you go. There you go. Interesting. Okay, my cancers, you're looking for someone that is looking to be very down and devoted and loyal to you. Could be a potential water sign individual, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio energy here. This person looking to be very, very loyal, very dedicated to you. Now, this person is also thinking about long-term committed relationship, possible marriage with the Hierophant there. All right, so this person is looking to get married, looking to be loyal, looking to be married, because this person believes that you have a soulmate connection. This is a very strong potential soulmate connection here with this individual here. And this person also is somewhat of a friend too. This is a friend, someone that you're friendly with. You do a great deal of communicating back and forth on social media. So there's a lot of communication going back and forth with you and this individual. Also, we have a 5 of Wands here. You have a very robust disputes with this individual. It's nothing in terms of nothing too crazy, but you're constantly, this is one of them type of situations where you are at polar opposites of some issues, and the opposites are attracting each other here. That's what's going on here. So this person is like a polar opposite than you are, and you're kind of attracting each other. You find the disagreements the disagreements are kind of flirtatious also. So you're disagreeing, but that opposite is really attracting each other, and the Wheel of Fortune is moving in your favor. It's definitely moving in your favor here, and things are beginning to move into with the 6 of Swords, moving into more tranquil waters. Being kind of choppy, things kind of smoothing out a bit, kind of being more tranquil, more calm. So, as I said, the opposites, because you guys are diametrically opposed on polar opposites of some issues, that's like what you're trying to, you're finding very attractive to each other, which is crazy in these times, right? So, with that being said here, let's see what is the potential strength of this potential union here. What is the potential strength of this potential union here? What is the potential strength of this potential union here? What is the potential strength of this potential union here? What is the potential strength of this potential union here? Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards that I need to see. Okay, here we go. Wow. It's pretty good if I do say so myself. So we are talking about a 10 of Cups here. 10 of Cups situation here, which is a long-term committed relationship. Children possibly in the future as well. Also here we have the 7 of Wands here, which represents there's an aspect of the other person having a higher ground. Again, we're going back to that opposites attracting type of situation. So each of you feels as though you have the higher ground, and at some point you're going to be able to convince the other that you're in the right here. And so that's again, that's this attractive opposites attracting quality again. Also, we have a Knight of Swords energy here. So Knight of Swords is all about kind of cutting away, getting rid of those things that don't make any sense. Okay, kind of rushing towards those passions. Now, sometimes with the whole Knight of Swords energy, it could be a situation where it could be kind of like a bull through a china shop. That's the example I like to use here. So you kind of like go to the end to go do what you need to do, and then you worry about the consequences later. That's not the case with this, though. This is more or less about getting rid of those aspects that are not favorable. Just kind of getting rid of all that excess nonsense. Also, we have a situation here with the King of Pentacles. So that means that you both make very wise choices when it comes to your pentacles. You make very wise decisions when it comes to your finances and things of that nature. Also, you're both very strong spirited individuals. There's a lot of spiritual strength. In other words, you're very passionate about your positions, but the way that you kind of look at things somewhat. Also, there is a Two of Pentacles here, which means that there's like some juggling going on. Okay, there's a good work-life balance thing going on here. Okay, so there's a balance going on here, and the fact that you're able to do some balancing both with your personal life and with your place of work, believe it or not, being able to balance those things is also kind of like what's helping you being able to balance things all across your life. So this situation is like kind of making its way in every aspect of your life. So in other words, you're already kind of into like meditation, kind of grounding yourself, that sort of thing, and that's why you're open to like some types of disagreements, challenging arguments and things of that nature. You're already pretty balanced, relaxed individual. Finally, here we have the Sixth of Cups. And this represents a situation in which there is, there's been admiration from afar, from a distance. There's been some admiration on both of you guys' parts from afar for quite some time. All right, you may have even gone out in a business sense or with socially with other people. Okay, so you kind of felt each other out a little bit. So this flirtation has been going on for a little bit here. You've been admiring each other from a distance for quite some time. Okay, so there is that. So with that, let us see, what are the potential blockages to the situation? What are the potential blockages here? What are the potential blockages here? What are the potential blockages? What are the potential blockages? What are the potential blockages that you guys could be dealing with? What are potential blockages that you guys could potentially be dealing with? What are potential blockages that you guys could potentially be dealing with? One more second. What are the potential blockages that you guys could be dealing with? The cards you need to see. Show me cards you need to see. Show me cards that I need to see. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Interesting. So, okay. The potential blockages here. Now, again, one of you is loyal, devoted. Okay, Queen of Cups. The other person, just kind of seeing where things go here. So, that may be a potential blockage. One person being willing to be loyal and devoted and kind of like riding this thing out. The other person not so much, okay? And when I say loyal and devoted, what I mean when I say this here is, again, you guys are still kind of like getting to know each other here, okay? I mean, you know each other, but you're like really, it's kind of coming to fruition to its own thing. And so with this particular situation with the Queen of Cups, here is that one person is just kind of like, the search for them is pretty much done. They're kind of ready to be anchored in. The other person, not so much. Not meaning to say that they have a wandering eye, but, they haven't reached that point yet. But it's coming. Another thing is this. We have the Lovers card. So that is a twin flame connection. So there's definitely a soulmate connection here. You can have more than one soulmate. You can have quite a few. Okay? But a twin flame connection is someone that's an actual other part of you. So you feel like, wow, like when you're around this individual, you feel like, wow, you know what? I don't know how I've been able to go on as long as I have without having this person in my life. That is a twin flame connection. The soulmate connection is someone that you really feel, and you do, guys definitely do have that. you have a soulmate connection. Like this is like a kindred spirit. Even though you're at different aspects of the spectrum here with some things, you know, it's like, wow, it's just like you feel like this person really brings out the best in you. They challenge you to bring out the best in you, and you bring out the best in them, and you challenge them as well. Okay? Now, the issue with that here is, as far as the whole twin flame connection here thing here is like, so that may be somewhat of a blockage here as far as you guys being in harmony here, because you're both on diametrically different aspects of some issue. So it doesn't mean that you guys shouldn't be together. Okay, it's not saying it at all. It's just saying that the whole twin flame connection thing here, you know, because your guys are polar opposites on some issues, you know, you're not always going to be harmonious, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a thing. Okay. Also, here we have the Hierophant card, and that represents possible marriage at some point. You know, again, you know, one person may very strongly believe this is part of that whole being on opposite ends of the spectrum here. Some person may very much believe very much in the institution of marriage. Okay? And you know, a marriage, long-term committed relationship as far as marriage goes. The other individual may be like, hey, listen, we can be together for a very long period of time. We don't necessarily have to get married to be devoted and loyal to each other. You know, some people, believe it or not, some people get married. They've been in very long-term committed relationships. Then the next thing you know, they get married. They break up like a week. They break up like 2-3 years later. So there is an argument to be made for that, but there's also an argument to be made. Hey, marriage, you know, loyalty, commitment. Some people just feel a certain type of way about being locked into a contract, and like, you know, the aspect of marriage is outdated and so forth, so on. So again, that's just, again, this is not a deal breaker. It's just like, again, being polar opposite with some aspects here. Also, temperance, being balanced here, because you guys are on opposite ends of things at some things. The temperance, being balanced, it's going to be, you know, it's cool now, but to have to deal with that on a constant basis, you're going to always have to practice that balancing act there, the whole, you know, balancing, making sure that there's an equal give and take going on here. Also, we have here the King of Wands. King of Wands represents a situation in which, where are we going to? This is fine right now. This is the way this is fine right now. Challenging each other, bringing out the best in each other, but looking forward, how long can this type of situation last going forward? I mean, can we continue like this for having different opinions about things for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? Like, how long? Like, how long is the life expectancy of a situation like this? Can it last infinitely? Will it run its course? So, you know, those are the things that need to be taken into consideration here. And finally, we have here Ace of Pentacles, which represents a real opportunity here. Something really solid, something really tangible. And again, there is this thought out there that, you know, people, you gotta be on the same page in order for things to work, in order for it to be a tangible thing. That ain't always the case, okay? Again, may not necessarily be a deal breaker, but again, you know, putting into a question, because you guys are polar opposites of some issues, you know, is this a real opportunity? Is there something that we can grow on here? What are the things that we have in common that we can build on? So again, just working through all that minutia is very important to do. So that being said here, let's see what additional information Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down. What additional information Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down? What additional information Spirit wants to give before I shut this thing down? Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards that I need to see. Here we go. Great. So, the one thing you guys definitely do have in common is laughter. Laughter always makes it all better. So as long as you guys can laugh together, you can last together. All right. Also, heighten your vitality. Heighten your vitality, and this kind of, differences of opinion, and this kind of like this kind of like flirtatious banter, if you will. Sparring, that's a little bit of a harsh word, but this banter heighten your vitality. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you vibrant. And so Spirit's saying, okay, that's, for some people that could become, problematic, but you guys got a good thing working, so just keep it up. Keep that vitality working here. And also, keep your dreams alive. Also, Spirit's saying, hey, listen, with your perspective, your point of view, you keep that point of view. That's a good point of view to have. That's good for you. That keeps you grounded. That gives you focus and purpose. So, continue to do that. All right? So, with that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down now. This is a general love reading. It may not resonate with everyone, okay? But if it does resonate with you and you want to know more about this particular situation, I will leave a link in the description box below to get a personal reading. Also, if it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine too. Just take those parts of this that do and dismiss the rest. Also, if you haven't already, please like, please share, and absolutely subscribe. It helps the algorithm. It also really helps me really get my word out there to other individuals that may not know about me, have a very unique style of delivery with tarot. So it really helps really push me out there and get the word out. So with that being said, I love you guys. My name is Adonis, and I will absolutely see you next time. Bye-bye.